to view Akhil. Yeah, now I can see your screen.
Yes. Yeah. Today concept is yesterday we discussed. Once again, I will repeat small concept to just already record mode started. Today concept is basic concept to detailed Java concepts. It's very important concept to detailed Java. Detailed
Yeah.
Java. Today concept name is detailed Java. Before going to detailed Java, first of all we should know what do you mean by variable? Sumit, can you say anything about variable?
Variable like which changes.
Hmm. Variable is nothing but I will tell you. It is a name. Variable is nothing but it is a name given to a one memory location. I am giving the name to this memory location. It is a name given to a one memory location which can hold the value. Which can hold the value. So that value will be changed in future number of times. Wherever you want, whenever you want, you can change the value. That's why we are calling variable. Variable is nothing but it is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. That value will be changed in future number of times. You can change the values. Okay, that is variable. What is the use of variables? That means advantages. What is the main advantages? One is reusability. Why we are declaring variables? Reusability purpose. We declare the variables. Reusability. And second one, easy to maintain. Third one, easy to update. Easy to maintain and easy to update. That is the reason we will declare the variable. Variable is nothing but it is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. That value will be changed in future number of times. So simply we can say it can hold a value. Variable is nothing but it can hold a value. Simply we can say variable is nothing but it can hold a value. And syntax, variable syntax. Data type, variable name equal to value. So the in data type int a equal to 10. Simply we can write. Okay, this is variable. Variable is nothing but it is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. That value will be changed in future number of times. Advantages, reusability, easy to maintain, easy to update, and syntax data type, variable name equal to value into a equal to 10. That is variable. Next, constant. Next, constant. Constant. Constant is nothing but same variable definition only, small changes. Variable is not constant is nothing but it is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. That value will not change in future. That value will not change in future. So if it is variable, value will be changed regularly. If it is constant, values will not be changed. So that is the constant. Okay. What is the syntax of constant? Final data type, final data type, constant name equal to value. Simply we can say final into a equal to 10. So if it is having final that is constant to without final that is variable. Okay. Whenever you are writing the program, if you use final that is constant to without using final if you write that is called variable. Okay, these are the two things very important. If it is final, if it is constant, we will write with final. If it is variable, simply we can write data type variable name equal to 10. We will write. This is constant. Final into a equal to 10. Simply we can identify. If it is constant or variable, we can easily identify. If it is having final, that is constant. If it is not having final, that is variable. Right. Next, variables. Next, variables. There are two types of variables. One is local variables. Second one is global variables. Local variables means within the function only it will work. Behind the function it will not work. The type of variables is called local variables. Local variables means within the function only it will work. Behind the function it will not work. So the type of variables is known as local variables. Next, global variables are further divided into four types. One is public, default, private, and protected. This is called global variables. Public, default, private, and protected. We can say the access modifiers also. Already we discussed with this concept for access modifiers. Public, default, private, protected. Once if you write public, you can access entire project. Where if it is function, where in the project we can access. Okay. If you write public, you can access in entire project stuff. If you're not writing anything, it will take in default package. So we can access in the only default that package information only package stuff. We can access only package stuff. If I write private, I can access only particular class information, only class. If I write protected, we can access the package stuff as well as other package child class stuff also. We can access the package stuff as well as other package child class stuff also. Child class stuff. Okay, these are the global variables. Okay, public, default, private, protected. Next, conditional statements. There are three conditional statements available in Java. One is if, second one is if else, third one is switch case. There are three conditional statements available in Java. One is if else, and switch case. Where exactly we will use if condition? Where exactly we will use if where exactly we will use if condition? If it is only single block, or if we want to execute only single block, that time we will use if condition. If it is only single block, or if we want to execute only single block, that time we will use if condition. If it is only single block, or if we want to execute only single block, that time we will use if condition. For example, if a is equal to 10, no, if a is equal to 10, no, Akhil is a good boy. Here is only we have only one block. Here is only we have one block. So if we want to execute only one block, if it is only one block, we will use if condition. Next, if else, very important. Among two blocks, if you want to execute any particular block, okay, that time we will use if else. Among two blocks, if you want to execute only particular block, that time we will use if else. If a is equal to 10, no, Akhil is a good boy, else Akhil is a bad boy. So here we have two blocks. Akhil is a good boy, Akhil is a bad boy. Two blocks. So it will execute only if a is equal to 10, it will execute Akhil is a good boy. Otherwise, it will execute Akhil is a bad boy. So among two blocks, if we want to execute any particular block, that time we will use if else. Regularly we will use if else only. Among two blocks, if you want to execute any particular block, that time we will use if else. Next, switch case statement. Among many blocks. If you want to execute selectively some blocks, choice 1, choice 2, choice 3. So among many blocks, if we want to execute selectively some blocks, that time we will use switch case statements. Among many blocks, if we want to execute selectively some blocks, that time we will use switch case. Switch case or select case. If it is QTP, we will call select case. If it is Java, we will call switch case statement. Among many blocks, if we want to execute selectively some blocks, that time we will use this switch case statements. That is conditional statements, very very important. With examples, I will show you after 2 days. We can enter into array concept. That time I will show you. Next, looping statements. What do you mean by loop? What do you mean by loop? Loop. If you want to execute a certain block of statements continuously or repeatedly, then we will use looping statements. If we want to execute a certain block of statements continuously or repeatedly, then we will use looping statements. A block of statements, if you want to execute continuously or repeatedly, then we will use looping statements. There are three looping statements available in Java. One is for loop, second one is while loop, the third one is do while loop. Okay. Where exactly we will use looping statements? If we want to execute a certain block of statements continuously or repeatedly, then we will use looping statements. So there are three looping statements available in Java. One is for loop, second one while loop, third one is do while loop. Where exactly we will use for loop? Very very important for loop. For for we will write int I equal to 0 colon I plus I less than 20 I plus 1. That means it will start with 0. It will start with 0. After 0, first time it will execute 0 times. Next, I value is 0. 0 plus 1. It will be 1. I value is 1. Next, one time it will execute. Second, 1 plus 1. 2. I value is 2. 2 plus 1. I value is 3. 3 plus 1. 4. I value is 4. Like it will execute to 19 plus 1. 20 times it will execute. This is for loop. So where exactly we will use for loop? How many fixed number of times that loop should be executed? If you know that figure or number, then only we can use for loop. How many fixed number of times that loop should be executed? If you know perfectly number, that number 20 or 30 or 100 or 1000, if you know that figure perfectly, if you know, then only we can use for loop. This is very very important. Entire Java, where exactly we will use for loop. How many fixed number of times that loop should be executed? If you know perfectly that number or figure, then only we can use for loop. Okay. How many fixed number of times that loop should be executed? If you know that perfect figure or number, then we will use for loop. I know 20. That's the reason I'm using this for loop. Okay. I know 20 times execute. I want to execute 20 times. That's the reason I'm writing 20. So we can use for loop. This is for loop very very important. How many fixed number of times that loop should be executed? If you know that figure or number, then only we can use this for loop. Next, while loop. There is no restriction as long as condition being satisfied. Where exactly we will use while loop? As long as condition being satisfied. As long as condition being satisfied, up to condition satisfied, it will execute. Okay, not 20 times, not 100 times. So that time we will use for loop. This loop is called entry level condition. This loop is called entry level condition. Entry level condition. Entry level condition. Entry level condition. Next, do while. Just similar to while. Just similar to while. So first time without checking the condition it will execute. Second time onwards it will check the condition. First time without checking the condition it will execute. Second time onwards it will check the condition. So this is called exit level condition. This loop is called exit level condition. First time without checking the condition, just similar to while only. First time without checking the condition, it will execute. Second time onwards, it will check the condition. So that is called do while. This looping statement is called exit level condition. Next, I will show you proofs each and every program. I will write it and I will show you. No need to worry. Next one. Arrays. Next one, arrays. Array is nothing but it is a special type of variable which can hold the multiple values. Array is nothing but it is a special type of variable which can hold the multiple values. If it is variable, we can store only single value. If it is arrays, we can store the multiple values. Array is nothing but it is a special type of variable which can hold the multiple values. If you want to store the multiple values, we will use arrays concept. If you want to store the multiple values, then we will use arrays concept. If it is variable, we can store only single value. If it arrays, we can store the multiple values. We can store the multiple values. There are three types of arrays. One is single dimensional array. Second one is multi-dimensional array. Third one is object array. There are three types of arrays: single dimensional array, multi-dimensional array, and object array. First, single dimensional array. First of all, we should know array. If you want to add anything to array, if you want to get anything from array, we will use index concept. We will use index concept. This is array. If we want to add anything to array, if we want to get anything from array, we will use index concept. If we want to add anything to array, if we want to get anything from array, we will use index concept. Here index to start with 0. Array 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 index to start with 0. So you need to remember this one, very very important. So array syntax. Array syntax. Data type, array name, data type array name equal to new data type size of array. Simply we can write int a equal to new int 5. Simply we can write it. Data type array name equal to new data type size of array. So whenever you are declaring any array, single dimensional array, multi-dimensional array or object array, compulsory we will mention the size of array. So data type array name equal to new data type size of array. Int a equal to new into 5. This is the array declaration. If it is multi-dimensional array, we can say int a equal to new int and we will write. So this is number of rows, this number of columns. That is number of rows, this is number of columns. So this is multi-dimensional array. This is multi-dimensional array. Next,
So, Akhil, I have a question here. The array, the int a is equal to new int 5. Oh, this is what does it mean? 5 is rows or columns?
no. There is it is single dimensional array. Single dimensional array means only values will be there. Only rows, no columns. Only rows.
Okay, okay.
Okay, only rows. It is a single dimensional array. That's the reason we are writing size of array. Here is this is rows, this is columns. This is multi-dimensional array. We have rows and columns. Next, object array. Next, object array. Object array is used for store the multi-data types. Object array is used for store the multi-data types. This is very very important, friends. Object array. What should be kept? Object array. We can store the multi-data types. So if it is array declaration, how we can declare object array? Object a equal to new object a equal new object to size of array. I'm giving 3. No, 4. Right. A of 0 equal to string Akhil. Akhil is a string. That's the reason I'm taking double colon. A of 1 equal to and taking single colon A and storing only single character. So if it is single character, we are using single colon. Next, A of 2 equal to 10. This is integer value. So we can say next A 3 equal to 0.0003. So this is decimal value. So object array is used for store the multi data types: string data type, character data type, integer data type, decimal data type. We can store the multiple data types. So object array is used for store the multiple data types. If you want to store the different data types, we will use object array concept. Okay. Yes, this is array concept, friends. Remaining arrays concept we will discuss later. Now, today class is exception handling. Very important concept to exception handling. Today, very important concept to exception handling. Today, very important concept to exception handling. Today, very important concept to exception handling. Exception. Today, very important concept to exception handling. Wait 1 second. Wait. Yes. Today concept is very important concept, that is exception handling. Exception handling. Today very important concept. Entire Java. Exception handling. This is very important concept. Exception handling. What do you mean by exception? Anybody? What do you mean by exception? Ashwin, tell me what do you mean by exception?
Like if an unexpected error comes, so how do we handle that error?
Okay. Yeah, I will tell you. Exception. Very important definition. Exception. Exception. What do you mean by exception? While writing the Java code, there are some chances the code which we have written can't executed by Java. So such type of situation is known as exception. Okay, very important concept today. Concept exception handling. First of all, we should know what is the difference of exception. Exception is nothing but it is a exception is nothing but while writing the Java code, there are some chances the code which we have written can't executed by Java. Such type of situation is known as exception. Exception is nothing but just like error. Exception nothing but it is a error. While writing the Java code, there are some chances the code which we have written can't executed by Java. So such type of situation is known as exception. There are two types of exceptions available in Java. One is caught exception, other one is uncaught exception. One is caught exception, other one is uncaught exception. What do you mean by caught exception? While writing the Java code, if at all any missing like semicolon, bracket, if it is anything semicolon, bracket, comma, full stop, whatever it is missing, automatically it will show error message or underline or into mark. It will show underline. It will show underline or into mark or error message. That is called caught exception. While writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will show you underline or error message or into mark. That is called caught exception. If it is caught exception, okay, we can rectify the problem. Okay, it is showing some error. Oh, something is missing. What missing? What missing? We can give full stop, comma, bracket, semicolon. Finally, at any cost, we can solve the problem. Why? Because it is showing error. If it is showing error, something is missing. So we can alert and we can do that. We can solve the problem. That is called cart exception. Okay, if it is cart exception at any cost, we can solve the problem. If I get the problem, okay, if I don't know, just I will call to my friend, or just I will ask, sir, I'm writing this program. It is showing error. What is missing? We can ask and we can go to we can do Google, and finally at any cost we can solve the problem. That is cart exception. Cart exception means while writing the Java code, if at all any missing, automatically it will show error message. If it is showing error message, that means it is something missing. What is missing, we can identify and we can rectify the problem. That is called cart exception. Next, uncart exception. While writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will not show anything. Simply it will sit to. During execution, it will not execute. That is called uncart exception. Okay. If it is cart exception at any cost, we can rectify. But uncart exception means while writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will not show anything. Simply it will sit to. During execution, it will not execute. What is missing? What happened? We don't know, and Java will not show anything. So how to identify how to solve the problem? That is called uncart exception. In Java, main drawback, one of the drawback, that is uncart exception. Okay, if at all any missing, Java will not show. Java will not tell anything. Simply it will sit to. If you click on run, it will not execute. So what happened? What happened? What is missing? It will not show. So that is called uncart exception. If you want to find out the uncart exceptions, we will use three classes. One is try, second one is catch, third one is finally. We will use. If you want to find out the uncart exceptions, we will use try, catch, finally. Where exactly we will use try? Where exactly we will use try? If you have doubt on any particular block of statement, just better to keep in try block. If you have doubt on any particular block of statement, just better to keep in try block. Okay, if you have doubt on any particular block of statement, just better to keep in try block. What is that error we can get in catch block? What is that error we can get in catch block? Next, finally, at any cost it will execute. If it is try or catch executing or not, but finally at any cost it will execute. Okay. So once again, I will repeat you. Exception handling, very, very important concept. What do you mean by exception? While writing the Java code, there are some chances the code which we have written can't executed by Java. So such type of situation is known as cart exception. Sorry, exception. There are two exceptions. One is cart exception, other one is uncart exception. What do you mean by cart exception? While writing the Java code, if at all any missing, Java will not show anything. Sorry, Java will show you underline. That is called cart exception. Uncart exception means while writing the Java code, if it is any missing, Java will not show anything. Simply it will sit to. During execution, it will not execute. That is called uncart exception. If we want to find out the uncart exception, we will use try catch finally. We will use try catch finally. Where exactly we will use try? If you have doubt on any particular block of statements, just to better to keep in try block. What is the error we can get in catch block? And finally at any cost it will execute. Sir, you are saying if we have doubt on only particular block of statement, you are saying, sir, I have code. In this code, I have 100 blocks, sir. I have doubt on nearly 30 to 40 blocks, sir. What I need to do? Okay. If you have doubt on 30 to 40 blocks, just you need to write 30 to 40 times. 30 to 40 times you need to write try, and you need to write catch also. Okay. Sir, program will be lengthy, na? Yes. Yeah, this is one of the drawback in try and catch. If you have doubt on only particular block of statement, we can easily apply try and catch. If you have doubt on multiple blocks, that time we can't apply try and catch. Why? Because if I have doubt on 30 blocks, that time 30 times I need to write try, and 30 times I need to write catch also. This is the one of the drawback. That's the reason none of the people not using nowadays. Instead of try and catch, we will use throws. We will use throws. Entire Java, entire Selenium, always we will use only throws. Throws. We will use throws. Throws is used for, it can throw all the exception at a time. It can handle the thousands of exceptions also. Okay, this is the, it can handle the thousands of exception. Throws is nothing but it is a free defined class in Java. It is a free defined class in Java. No need to tell the introduction about to throws. Java already know throws. That's why we will say predefined class already defined. So Java knows what these throws. So whenever you are writing throws, it will not show any error. Why? Because if I write Akhil, Java will show you error. What is Akhil? Who is Akhil? But whenever I am writing throws, it will not show you anything. Okay? Why? Because it is a free defined class in Java. Throws is a free defined class in Java. Instead of try and catch, we will use throws. Throws. It can handle the all the exceptions at a time. It can handle the all the exceptions at a time. At a time, it can handle the thousands of exceptions. So instead of try and catch, always we will use only throws. Entire Java, entire Selenium, we will use only throws. Here is no need of any example for throws. Why? Because in future, every day we will use throws concept. Always we will use throws concept. If you write single program, simple program, there also we can use throws concept. Always we will use throws. Throws is used for, it can handle the all the exceptions at a time. At a time it can throw the and thousands of exceptions also. Okay, interview questions. First question, what do you mean by exception? Second question, what do you mean by caught exception? Third question, what do you mean by uncaught exception? So, fourth question, how to find out the uncaught exceptions? Fifth question, what is try? Sixth question, what is catch? Seventh question, what is finally? Okay. Eighth question, what are the drawbacks in try and catch? Okay. Now, ninth question, what is throws? Tenth question, what is the uses of throw? What is the use of throw class? Okay, these are the interview questions. 10 questions in exception handling concept. Okay, not only 10 questions, logic. Now you can get logic. I will write the program, you can get it. Okay, what is exception and what is caught exception, what is uncaught exception, how to find out the uncaught exception, what is try, what is catch, what is finally, what are the drawback in try and catch, what is throw, what is the advantages of throws. Okay, now I will write the program, friends. Always we will only just for throws we discussed this concept, even variable, constant, looping statements, conditional statements, arrays concept. Only we discussed about only for this throws concept. Okay, now I will write the program. Logic, I will write nearly 4 to 5 lines only, but you can get logic. What is Java? You can get today. I will write the program, friends. It's very easy and logic.
Hey, Akhil, this is Sumit. Actually, I was working on my for my office today. Also, I need to work a little late. So, can we take a class tomorrow? Like we can continue tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll take a longer class, like more than 1 hour, so
Okay, no
that
problem. No problem, friends. No
because
problem, friends.
now I'm very tired and I need to work at least 2 more hours to before I go to sleep.
No need to worry. No need to worry. Tomorrow we can write the
So
program. No need to worry. No need to
yeah,
worry.
tomorrow we'll take big class. Yeah, we can.
Tomorrow
So we
also
can
we have
start.
class. Tomorrow also we have class. Same time, India time, 7:30 a.m. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
we'll
that's
take a
it.
long 1 hour class.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. In Skype, I will send you this recorded file, and once you go through it, and tomorrow I will write the program. I will explain you. Okay, friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, have a nice day. Take care. I will send you a Skype. Just I will send you recorded notes and everything. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Thank you,
you.
just
sir.
send that file also, that Word document also.
What I didn't get you.
Word document?
What document also I will send you now. Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, friends. Bye, friends.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
bye.
also we have class in the
Thank you, sir.
7:30 a.m. Thank you.